the beginning. And I think that was 1965, 1966 possibly, in the famous 76 Club. When I saw this beautiful lady, who was that? Not you, who had a particularly ugly brother.
I met the same another lady.
Yeah, who had the same ugly brother. Never mind. And I used to watch you dance, and I fancied her like hell. And eventually, after a few weeks, I plucked up the courage to ask her for a dance. Well, I don't think we asked her for a dance in them days, but I think we used to say, "Are you coming on?" Never right. And she did, and she said, "Oh, I thought you only used to stand and drink. I didn't realise you danced."
He didn't.
Very poorly. Anyway, that went on for a few weeks. I took her home a few times, and I was just mad about her, really. But she was a career woman. She had a very responsible job at Good Hope at Sutton Coldfield. She worked there. She lived there. So I used to see her kind of once a week. And possibly at the time, it was at the time when the 76 was changing. The new era was coming in, and the rock and roll era was going out. And we stopped going down, me and the lads stopped going down. And that was it.
End of story.
End of story.
Brilliant.
For a long time. And one night, out with my best mates,
Ugly Brother's wedding day.
who was sitting in here now. Thanks. Don't want any butting in if you want to say something. August the 3rd, 1968. Out with my best mate, who was in the room now. And we decided for a change to go down Burton, which we never did. We went everywhere else other than Burton. The Crystal.
Oh.
Yeah. And we went down Burton and we went to the Loco, because there wasn't the places to go in them days that there is now. And we walked in the Loco, and there she was. in yellow, which evidently was green. But you know, Di. Act cool, pretend you haven't seen her. Stand at the bar, a couple of beers with your mate. Hopefully she'll come over. And tap on the shoulder, she did. And we made a date, I think for the following Wednesday. She came over to Burton, and we went out to Barton, I think, Middle Bell. And then I took her home to Sutton. Then we had another date, and another date. And before you know where you are, July the 4th, 1970.
True.
Best day of my life. Really was.
Yeah.
It really was. 10 months later, we became a complete family. My gorgeous daughter.
Happy me.
Yeah.
10 months, that was.
I've got the birth certificate.
Don't tell Nana Scott. She's getting back.
And of course, without Rosemary, I wouldn't have my wonderful family. And I wouldn't certainly have my wonderful friends. So, thanks today for coming to support us. Thanks for the presents and the cards. And see you in 10 years' time.